people paying attention. Good. Anybody else? No, you're going to hear me talk about. Here is a template for having a good relationship with your child. The first D means detach. I can't remember how to spell. Have I got that right?
Disengage.
Well, disengage.
Same thing.
Disengage, detach, whatever. Fine.
Disengage. Detach is good.
Okay. Detach, disengage, whichever word you like. Not disengage from your children, but disengage from talking to them about anything that isn't pleasant. School, work, chores, whatever. Anything that they don't like and that you don't like talking about. Stop talking about it. All the talking that you've done hasn't done any good. And so you might as well stop. In fact, you're further ahead, as I said before, if you stop talking about it. Stop talking about all of those things. Do you like hearing people talk to you about your filing your taxes or mowing your lawn or painting that shelf or whatever? You certainly don't like people asking how your day went when you come back from a really awful day and you've had a really awful boss. Okay. So stop talking. You know, you can always go back to talking about these things if you really think it's going to do any good. You can always go back to it, but try not talking about it for about a week, or even a day at least. Okay. The next one is dialogue, which is a two-way street. That's talking. Now, all this stuff, you're not talking about homework, and you're not talking about chores, and you're not talking about anything else. You're going to have to find something else to talk about. What might that be?
The music they like.
Music.
The news.
The news.
Women's World Cup soccer.
World Cup soccer, yeah. You know, it doesn't have to be a long conversation. It could be, do you know that Canada's playing China today? You know, that could be all it is. But you're actually having a conversation as one respectful person to another person they respect. And they might follow up with more questions or more comments. And they may not. It doesn't matter. You've started the ball rolling. I don't know who said it. I think a number of people have said it. I think Mrs. Eisenhower or Mrs. somebody or other. Other people, as I say, I think have said this. But what they have said is that we're at our worst when we talk about people. Mostly we talk about things. But we are at our best when we talk about ideas. And you know, that was one of the things that my husband and I did that was right with our children. We did talk about ideas. We talked about politics and philosophy and religion and all kinds of things. And economics and all kinds of things. And you know what, they listen. At this age is when their brains are at their most fertile, when they're most imaginative, when they consider new ideas and so on. Perhaps if you think back to your adolescence, you might remember that some of the ideas and thoughts that you had and your perspective on things might not be the same as the accepted one. Anyway, I used to have on my fridge a list of chores. And I put beside each one what I was willing to pay for it. It might be $2, it might be $5, it might be $10, depending on how much I hated doing it. I would pay more for it. If I didn't mind doing it, it would be a couple of dollars because it didn't take much time. If I hated it,